I grew up with a father who loved to study how things work, who taught me, in a way, the essence of science. My father was trained as an engineer, and from a very early age, he loved to analyze the physics and the practical effect of different structures and design. I remember one thing that stuck out was we used to drink out of these Coke glasses. They started small at the bottom, they got wider at the top. They were really easy to hold, but my dad always said, Greg, that is an unstable glass. The center of gravity is high. It can tip over at any moment. And so I began to study things. I remember in fourth grade, I went with our class to the Santa Cruz Mountains. I grew up in Northern California. Went up to the Santa Cruz Mountains for a week, and I began to look at nature more closely. Began to look at the beauty of the redwoods, the beauty of just the environment that was always a little bit moist and green in the Santa Cruz Mountains, but especially I loved the banana slug. The banana slug just enthralled me, and it seems to enthrall people in the area. I don't know if you know of UC Santa Cruz, their mascot is the banana slug. But I remember in that outdoor education coming to love the intricacies of nature. You see, I wasn't yet a Christian. In fact, it was this day, as I record this video, that I became a Christian as a first-year student. In fact, it's kind of a joke. Go to UC Berkeley and become a Christian. But that's what happened to me. Now, one of the things that happened also at Berkeley is I met some very smart, skeptical professors and students who told me that if I really wanted to be a thinking person, I had to challenge and even throw away my faith. And so I struggled as a young Christian, loving the intricacy of nature around me, and also loving the God who made nature and who redeemed me in Jesus Christ, to figure out how all that came together. In graduate school, I studied with Robert John Russell, who's a theologian and physicist, and he showed me the intricate structures of quantum reality, as well as the unusual features of special relativity and general relativity. And I remember in his classes, I saw the way in which the intricacies of nature and the profound discoveries we have in our Christian faith could come together and mutually enhance one another. In fact, he calls it creative mutual interaction. I'll close then with a quote that I treasure that summarizes this. It comes from the head of the National Institutes of Health, Francis Collins. I find that studying the natural world is an opportunity to observe the majesty, the elegance, and the intricacy of God's creation.